Welcome to the Humble Monthly Bundle wrap-up for May 2019. I'm King Link, your host, and it's good to see you. Now, this month has only 2 games already out, but I'm actually kind of hyped for both of these games because they're rather good games. I already have a full review for both games on my channel. I'll link them at the end if you want to see more, but let's go over them quickly just in case. Now, the first game is Assassin's Creed Origins. I love this little opening here, and that's why I'm actually using it again for this video. Assassin's Creed is a massive series. There's over 10 games in the main storylines, tons of offshoots like the Chronicle games, Vita games, PSP, there's even mobile games, I'm sure, and more. But Assassin's Creed Origin is a good place to start if you haven't played the series before, or if you're coming back after a break. I personally stopped at Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and I'm glad to see this one. The thing is, Assassin's Creed Origin changes the whole mechanics of Assassin's Creed. Stealth is no longer the only way to really play, and while I think it allows a little bit too much combat, the combat is good in Origins. The combat's no longer about just abusing the counter system, but using blocking, dodging, looking for openings, and so on. Honestly, I really like Assassin's Creed Origins, but there are important changes to the mechanics that are going to be a question mark for most people. If you absolutely love stealth, you can do it here, but it's a little bit harder. It's no longer the only way to play the series, as I said. Now, the story in Assassin's Creed Origin is fantastic. This is definitely the prequel, the origin stories of the assassins, but it's actually really well done. Our main character of Bayek is really interesting. It's a revenge story, though. Well, yeah, it's kind of what the series is known for, but it's done without the group. Bayek and his wife Aya are extremely compelling, and you'll want to know more about them as you play. You'll get your famous characters as well, 2 very important ones. I mentioned them in the review. We'll leave that as a mystery for this video, but overall, it's a solid game. Now, the one thing I do have to call out, though, is the level-based system. It's a big change for the series. I'm not fully sold on it, as I'll talk about in my review, but in addition, microtransactions. The game's not too bad with them, but it does have some bad game design from them, such as the slow leveling, and levels mattering just a little bit too much. In addition, because I think it's important to note for Humble Monthly Bundle games, Assassin's Creed Origin does have both microtransactions and DLC. In case you're going to want the whole game, you're going to have to buy a bunch more. That's in the mix. Overall, though, I give Assassin's Creed Origins the 4 out of 5. Check the full review for more information. It's one of the biggest games I've played from the Humble Monthly Bundle, and it's a really good early unlock. I'm happy with it. On the other hand, Wandersong almost was better. This is the early reveal, and it's a game where you play as a bard. The game starts with you grabbing a sword and trying to kill a monster, failing, and instead you actually end up killing it with music for some reason. It's a very nice opening, and honestly the game looks great. It sounds great as well. It's a beautiful, beautiful game, and I have to admit it made me quite happy to play and view it. Just take a look at it on screen. Now, the story here is really good, though it does slow down about the halfway point and gets bogged down by some exposition that isn't as important to the story as it should be. It's told in an episodic system, which each act takes about an hour. The 5th act that I'm talking about takes like 3 to 4, so it's a big slowdown there. Still, the game is beautiful, the story is nice, and the gameplay, man, the gameplay is really fun. When I say you use your voice, that's really what you're doing. You sing songs with the right analog stick that interact with the world in a lot of different ways, and each level is different. I do have to say the game kept me going because I wanted to see what happened next, and honestly, it's just very well done. With that said, though, I give Wandersong a 4 out of 5. Apparently, I'm not very unique with my scoring this month, but the fact is, I like Assassin's Creed a lot. I might even like Wandersong more, and in Wandersong's case, there's no DLC or microtransactions, which is nice to see. And that's really this month's Humble Monthly Bundle. We'll probably see more games in the final total since only 2 are available now, but I'll be honest, Assassin's Creed Origins alone is easily worth 12 bucks. I put in over 30 hours there and was very happy with it. Wandersong, I think I put in at least 12, but it's also a very solid game. I enjoyed it enough that I would recommend it heavily. I do recommend buying this month's Humble Monthly Bundle. I usually don't go heavy in it, but this time I definitely am on the recommendation side. With that said, if you do want to see what's coming out next month for the Humble Monthly Bundle, the early unlocks, consider subscribing. I do previews at the beginning of the month, and I'll try to review all the games as fast as I can. Until next time, I'm King Link, and thank you for watching.